we're going to go through two examples of how to write equations of lines that are parallel or perpendicular to our original line. This question says, write an equation of a line that passes through the given point of -3, -5, and is parallel to y equals 3x minus 1. We should know that a line that is parallel should have the same slope, so my new line is also going to have a slope of 3. It is going to go through the point -3, -5. So based upon all of the other information we've talked about in Chapter 5, I have some options. I could go ahead and write this equation in point-slope form because I've been given a point and a slope. So for that equation, I would write y plus 5 equals 3 times x plus 3. Let me clean up that last 3 for a second. So that's your first option. Your next option, and again, you only have to do this once, so if you're satisfied with that, I'm good. If you would like to write it in slope-intercept form, if you want to write that in slope-intercept form, you know that you can plug in -5 as a y coordinate, 3 as your m, -3 as your x, and you would need to find your b. After solving for b and getting 4, I would write my equation as y equals 3x plus 4. Finally, you could write it in standard form. It certainly would be much more work than the other two. What I would do is I would take my equation in either point-slope form or slope-intercept, and I would rewrite it to get it in standard form. I'm going to pick to use my slope-intercept, y equals 3x plus 4. To get it in standard form, I need my x and my y to be on the same side. I would get -3x plus y is equal to 4. Again, because I need a positive leading coefficient, I'm going to multiply everything through by a -1 to get 3x minus y equals a -4. 3 different answers for the same question. You only have to give me one. You get to pick which one. Let's look at example 2, a perpendicular line. Write an equation of a line that passes through the given point, 4, -5, and is perpendicular to the line y equals 2x plus 3. Perpendicular lines do not have the same slope. Their slopes are negative reciprocals. So if my original slope was 2 over 1, the perpendicular slope, or the negative reciprocal of that, would be a -1 over 2. So the slope of my new line, which will be perpendicular, will be -1 over 2, or -1/2. It has to go through the point for -5. Just as I pointed out in the past example, you can pick any of these 3 forms. So if you would like to pick point slope, which again I believe would probably be the easiest, I would do y plus 5 is equal to a -1/2 x minus 4. Slope-intercept, I would pick -5 as my y, plug in for m and x, solve for b. Sorry, this should be a -3. And finally, I have no idea why, but if you feel so inclined to put it in standard form, I would start with my equation in slope-intercept form get my x and my y on the same side. I apologize for the pen, it's writing very funny. And because 1/2 is not an integer, I would multiply the entire thing through by the denominator, which would be 2. I would end up with an equation of 1x plus 2y is equal to a -6. What I would like you to do is take a few minutes and do the problems at the bottom. Number 1, write an equation of a line that passes through -211 and is parallel to y equals -x plus 5. Reminder that this slope is really a -1. I'd also like you to go through and do the same thing with the perpendicular equation. Number 2, write an equation of a line that passes through 4, 3 and is perpendicular to line y equals 4x minus 7. Hit pause on this video and then unpause it to check your answers. So hopefully you have gone through and tried numbers 1 and 2. I'm showing you 3 different answers. Any of them are fine. I do not need you to do it all 3 ways, but I just wanted to provide you with the information. Here's your answer for number 2. Again, provide your answer either in point slope, slope-intercept, or standard. All of them are fine. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Thanks.